Are you wondering how you might be able to sleep better after menopause? If you've tried going to bed earlier, cutting out caffeine, or limiting your screen time, and you're still lying awake at 2 a.m., well, you're not alone. Here's a quote from a real woman who was sharing her insomnia menopause story on Reddit. She says, "I've broken into tears just trying to explain the level of exhaustion that I have from the lack of quality sleep. Waking up every 1 to 2 hours with my heart racing and then insta sweat, night sweats, completely drenched in a minute. And then it recedes and I'm cold and damp and shivering. It sort of goes in cycles. Some months I feel almost normal, and then other months I'm a complete zombie. I suppose I have to get used to it and carry on." Well, that struggle is real. I'm Steve Goldring, the hormone pharmacist. I talk a lot about hormones and menopause, but I also know a little bit about insomnia. I'm not talking about the same level that many of you experience during menopause, but still, over the past 10 days, I've had maybe 2 nights under 6 hours, 4 nights under 7 hours, and maybe 4 nights where I hit my goal of 7 hours. I've felt that brain fog and low energy and short fuse. It all adds up. If you're waking up exhausted, frustrated, or wondering if you'll ever sleep through the night again, this video is specifically for you. I'm going to walk through a simple, scientifically validated framework that's helped a lot of women figure out how to sleep better after menopause. It's called, oddly enough, the S.L.E.E.P method. It focuses on 5 practical lifestyle-first strategies that can start making a difference right away. The S is schedule and structure. L is light and environment. The first E is exercise and movement. The second E is emotional regulation. And the P is personalized supplements. We'll walk through each one of these so you'll know exactly what to focus on and what you might be able to start changing right away, like tonight. The first S, schedule and structure. One of the most powerful ways to reset your sleep is to stabilize what's called your circadian rhythm. That starts with your daily routine. Go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time every day, even on weekends. Avoid caffeine within 10 hours of bedtime. My caffeine or coffee cutoff time is around 12:30 p.m. Don't eat or drink alcohol within about 3 to 5 hours of going to bed. Actually, if you can, avoid alcohol completely. I find that it almost always makes my sleep a lot worse. Our kids took us out to a nice restaurant for my birthday last week, and I sort of thought I would splurge on what's called a Belgian triple. It's one of my favorite beers, absolutely delicious. I pretty much knew that I would pay for that later with a night of poor sleep, and I was right. Keep your naps short if you have them, no more than 30 minutes. Avoid naps late in the day. These aren't complicated changes, but if you do them consistently, they can make a difference in how quickly you fall asleep and how often you wake up at night. The L in the sleep method stands for light and environment, 2 of the most important cues that your brain uses to know when it's time to sleep and when it's time to be awake. The truth is, we're surrounded by artificial light and temperature control 24/7, and that sort of confuses your brain into thinking it's still daytime even when it's 10 p.m. Keep your bedroom cool. Between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit is usually ideal. Your body expects to cool down when you're asleep, and when it starts warming up, it thinks it's time to wake up. Make your room as dark and quiet as you can. We use blackout shades in our room. You can use an eye mask or a white noise machine if you need to. I'd suggest you avoid screens. iPads, TVs, and phones, they all have this blue light. Avoid those within an hour of bedtime. If you do need to use a screen, wear some of these blue light blocking glasses in the evening. Get out into the morning sunlight within an hour of waking, and again at sunset if you can. That low-angle light helps retrain your brain's circadian rhythm, or your internal clock. Menopause throws your circadian rhythm off kilter, but structure can bring it back to where it needs to be. Use your bed only for sleep and intimacy, not for watching TV or scrolling your phone or catching up on emails or taking calls. Light and temperature are like signals to your brain. It's time to wind down. So if you're scrolling TikTok in bed with all the lights on, yeah, your body's going to have a hard time getting to sleep. But when you give it the right cues, it'll know what to do. The first E in our framework stands for exercise and movement. And this one is often misunderstood. You don't need to run a marathon to sleep better, but you do need to move your body somewhat. Engage in moderate daily activity, whether it's brisk walking or hiking or dancing or weight workouts. I've been getting into cycling a lot lately, but I definitely avoid intense workouts within 2 or 3 hours of bedtime. Movement helps to regulate your circadian rhythm. It improves your sleep depth and even reduces those awful night sweats and hot flashes that women in menopause experience. Work out earlier in the day if you can, and keep things light in the evening. Think of it like this. Exercise tells your body it's daytime, so don't send that signal right before bed. The second E is all about your mind and your emotions, emotional regulation and stress management. If your brain's racing when your head hits the pillow, you're not alone. Cortisol is called the stress hormone. When your fight or flight system is activated, you're hypervigilant, looking everywhere for danger. Cortisol is all about anxiety and, frankly, overthinking things. Those are major sleep disruptors. Is there really danger lurking in your quiet bedroom? Probably not. Especially during and after menopause, when your hormone shifts are making emotional regulation even harder, that's when cortisol gets all messed up. And basically the level's too high. You can try mindfulness or guided meditation before bed. Even 5 minutes could help. There are lots of free podcasts and meditation apps out there that you can put on your phone. Journaling or a gratitude list can calm your nervous system and help to offload that mental clutter. Techniques like sleep restriction and stimulus control are also some of the most effective evidence-based tools for chronic insomnia. I'm going to talk a lot more about those in an upcoming video. You can't always control everything, but you can train your brain to begin to wind down. Even a few minutes of intentional mental quiet can help lower your cortisol and signal it's safe. You can go to sleep now. So let's quickly recap the sleep method. 5 core strategies to help you sleep better after menopause. S is schedule and structure. L is light and environment. E is exercise, movement. The second E is emotional regulation. And then there's P for personalized supplements. These 5 pillars give you a lifestyle first, science-backed way to take back your nights and start waking up with more energy, more clarity, and more calm. Oh, I almost forgot. The final letter P stands for personalized supplements. I did the bedtime yoga. I wore the blue light glasses. I even stopped scrolling hours before bed. And yet, 2:47 a.m., like clockwork, I'm awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering if this is just how it's going to be now. Sometimes even after getting your routine dialed in, limiting your screen time, cutting caffeine, moving your body, managing stress, your sleep still feels broken. It doesn't mean you've failed, it just means your body might need a little extra help. That's where targeted, science-proven supplements, precision supplements can come in. I'm talking about specific nutrients that have real evidence behind them, compounds that support your sleep systems without causing dependence or grogginess. Or not every supplement is effective. Some are probably a waste of time and money, and some could genuinely help, especially when they're part of a bigger picture approach to hormone-related insomnia. So in my next video, I'm going to walk you through which menopause sleep supplements are actually worth considering and which ones I recommend avoiding. We're going to talk about natural options that support deep, restful sleep without making things worse. If this video spoke to you, drop a comment below. Tell me what your sleep struggle looks like. I really want to know. Your story could be the one that helps another woman feel seen and supported. And don't stop here. Click to watch that next video where we dive into those menopause sleep supplements, what works, what to skip, and how to make smart, evidence-based choices. I'll see you there.